Episode 3 of The Pastor's Daughter and the Choir Master. Michael survived the robbery attack. His recovery was slow, but his determination grew stronger. He no longer hid his intentions, he wanted to be a father to David. Naomi was torn apart. Her son was asking questions daily. "Mummy, why didn't you tell me about Daddy? Was he bad?" She had no answer. How could she explain the truth without crushing the boy's heart? Meanwhile, Pastor Daniel fumed when he heard that Naomi had visited Michael in the hospital. His voice shook with rage. "Naomi! After all this man did to you, after the shame he brought upon this family, you still let him back into your life? You are making the biggest mistake." But Naomi, though still wounded, was no longer the timid girl she once was. She looked her father in the eye. "Daddy, this isn't about me. It's about David. He has a right to know his father." Pastor Daniel's lips trembled. He felt his authority slipping away. Before we continue, please like, comment, share and follow for more stories. Michael took things further. Through a lawyer, he filed for visitation rights. He claimed he wanted joint custody of David, not to take him away from Naomi but to be part of his life. When the news reached Pastor Daniel, he almost collapsed. "This is a direct attack on my family," he said bitterly. "That man will not use the courts to humiliate us again. Over my dead body." The matter spread like wildfire across the church community. Members divided, some believed Michael had truly repented and deserved to know his son. Others sided with Pastor Daniel, saying Michael's presence would only reopen wounds. Naomi found herself caught between two storms, her father's wrath and Michael's persistence. Please click on the follow button before we continue. One evening, Naomi overheard David praying in his room. "God, please don't let Mommy and Grandpa fight because of me. I just want Daddy to love me." Her heart broke. The boy's innocence was being crushed under the weight of adult sins. She sat beside him, tears in her eyes. "David, no matter what happens, you are loved. Mommy will never leave you." But deep inside, she knew things were spiraling out of control. Please click on the follow button before we continue. Michael began attending Naomi's church again. He sat quietly at the back, never leading worship, never drawing attention. Some members whispered that he was using humility as a weapon to win sympathy. Others said they saw genuine repentance in him. Naomi noticed how he carried himself, less proud, more broken. He even apologized publicly one Sunday after service, kneeling before the congregation. "Brethren, I failed you all. I failed God. And I failed the Cole family. But I beg for mercy, and a second chance with my son." Tears rolled down many faces. Even Naomi's heart softened, though her father's eyes burned with fury. Please don't forget to click on the follow button before we continue. Pastor Daniel wasn't ready to lose control. He intensified prayers at home, fasting and declaring Michael an agent of the devil sent to destroy his ministry. One night, he called Naomi into the living room, Bible in hand. "Naomi," he said firmly, "if you allow that man back into your life, you will bring destruction upon this family. I will never bless such a union, never." Naomi broke down. "Daddy, this isn't about marriage. It's about David. He deserves to know where he comes from." The argument ended with Pastor Daniel slamming the Bible shut and walking out, leaving Naomi in tears. Before we continue, please like, comment, share and follow for more stories. Weeks later, the court granted Michael limited visitation rights. He could see David twice a month under Naomi's supervision. The first visit was emotional. David ran into his father's arms, smiling widely. Michael wept openly as he hugged the boy, whispering apologies over and over. But Pastor Daniel saw it differently. To him, it was betrayal unfolding before his eyes. "Naomi, you have chosen him over me," he said bitterly. "From this day, you are no longer my daughter." The words struck Naomi like a dagger. For years, she had endured shame and rejection, clinging to her father's love as her last anchor. Now, even that was gone. Please like, comment, share and follow before we continue. Naomi stood at a dangerous crossroads. Stay loyal to her father, cutting Michal out completely, and risk David growing up resentful. Or let Michal into David's life, but lose her father's blessing forever. Michal, meanwhile, had begun to show subtle signs that troubled Naomi. He spoke of destiny, of how God reunited them for a reason. She wondered, was his repentance genuine, or was he planning something bigger? One rainy night, David disappeared from the house. Naomi panicked. Hours later, she received a text message. "Don't worry, Naomi. He's safe with me. It's time he truly knows his father." It was from Michal. Naomi dropped her phone, her heart pounding. Her worst fear had come true. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share and follow me for more stories on the pastor's daughter and the chior master. Bye for now.